What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on the recent wedding and marriage of Travis Hunter and his now wife, right? And her name is Leanna. It's not Lene no more. It's Hunter now, right? And I don't know if she's going to hyphenated like some modern women are doing it, right? Or doing it these days. But and I know a lot of people who have been commenting on this and saying different, giving their different opinions and stuff on it. And so now the way I really see the situation is Travis Hunter now is going to have to he's going to have to learn the hard way, that um it's like a person's past is a great indicator of like how they will be in the future, right? And so with uh so much, red flags out there, so much information that, he heard about his fiance and stuff like that, and he ignored the red flags. And so now I'm just looking at this now from a financial standpoint because I think at this point in time, only thing that really is going to open Travis Hunter eyes about the situation that he's gotten himself into is the financial aspect of it. Like, and once he start to feel that financial burden and that heat financially, then he'll start to open his eyes, right? Because as a professional athlete, although he's working hard to, I think he's got like a $50 million contract, and although Travis Hunter he worked hard to get to where he is. He may not Travis Hunter right now may not really see what he do as hard work because it's a labor of love, right? And so with him, he's playing football, he's playing a game. It's not like Travis Hunter is probably like, like working in a factory or warehouse somewhere, you know. This is a labor of love. So he's making a lot of money, and for some reason, well, I know because he's young, he think that money is going to be there forever, right? And so this is his first contract, and a lot of times these professional athletes, you don't know what tomorrow holds. So you have to really be careful with your first contract, right? And so when I saw that he bought his wife a truck, a Mercedes truck, and this Mercedes truck is like a $500,000 truck. And so I'm like, that this he really he really putting himself in a bind, when you go out and you spend a $500,000 on a truck. Now let's just look at it this way. So all right, so if he spent a $500,000 on a truck, and let me see, so his contract was $50 million. Half of that is already gone because that's just taxes, right? So that's now you're down to $25 million. So a $500,000 on a truck, you would probably say, well, that's not a bad, that's not bad. He still have like $20 million out of the 25, right? Or something like that. But then you got to think that's not the only thing that they're buying. He's probably going to get him their self a new. It's not like he's going to ride around in a minivan while she's riding around in that truck, right? So he's going to get himself a truck. They're going to go on a spending spree. You can bet that. Then on top of that, he's going to look out for his mother and whoever knows, like whatever other people that he has hanging around or people that he might feel obligated that he needs to look out for, right? And so he already, you can tell that, like from a business standpoint, he's just not making wise decisions, and like I said, come later on down the line when she realizes that, or she feel like she got enough, and she is in a position where she can move on, and financially it won't hurt her. That's when Travis Hunter will feel that. he'll realize that what everybody else was saying was correct. And so I don't really feel any pity for Travis Hunter. A lot of people, a lot of young men have to learn the hard way. And I had this discussion with one of my female cousins, and she said that, that's what's going to have to happen. He has to learn the hard way about what people mean when they say, protect yourself. Um, and financially, like what he's doing with his money already. If Yeah, I mean, he may not even get a second contract, and it's good to go out and enjoy the money, um, and have fun with the money, but you still have to brace yourself for the future. And people think, well, he's got, $25 million, and $25 million lasts a lifetime. It don't. And it won't, because once you get used to living a certain lifestyle, you think that this money is going to come, for the rest of your life. And most NBA athletes go broke within they go broke within like 5 years, within the first 5 years after you retire from whatever sport you playing, whether it's baseball, basketball, football. Most of these athletes go broke within 5 years. And you have a lot of guys who are in the league who, you know, believe it or not, these guys live from check to check. So, you know, he don't realize like how really immature and how really goofy he look, like spending money like this. He think that he's doing a good thing. He's looking out for his wife and stuff like that. And she's not even wise enough to tell him that, this is not a good decision. She don't know any better. He don't know any better. And yeah, for him to be spending a $500,000 on a truck, plus, like I said, who knows whatever else they got. She probably got a nice ring that probably costs, probably close to, or maybe even more than what the truck costs. So um now it's all about now just people just it's like almost like watching a reality show. And it's not even that people are wishing bad on Travis Hunter. It's just that um people who are older, people who are wiser, they just see where this thing can go at. Like the way that this can go. And I won't even get into talking about this young lady's attitude and her disposition. That's and it's obvious that she don't know how to and she don't know how to build on anything. And so if he don't have any expectations for her, and as far as like her bringing something to the table as far as how to build together, this is it don't have this relationship don't have any choice but to fall apart. She's never been in this position. He's never been in this position. Um, yeah, I mean, this is going to be a definite train wreck. And like I said, it's not about people wanting to see this relationship fall apart, but that's basically what's going to happen because they don't, he's running an empire, but he's running an empire without a plan. You know, and I know that the owners of the football team at which he played for, they see this, and they know how to manage money like this, and they see rookies come in every year, who are who make these same mistakes. If you can go to YouTube and look it up about athletes who go broke, um, you know, right after they retire from whatever sport they're playing. Even actors and actresses, you know, wind up going broke. And right now, I mean, I think it would have probably been cool for them just to have a nice wedding, a simple wedding. Until you got to learn how to manage this kind of money. You just that's and boy, don't wait until like accountants and business people come out the woodwork and offer Travis Hunter these bogus business deals and stuff like this. this is going to be a nightmare. This situation is going to be a nightmare. It's going to be something that he cannot even really focus on while he's playing football. You know, you can't really focus on this while you playing football. Like managing millions and millions of dollars like this, or managing any amount of money, anything, six figures and up. It's really a full-time job. It's a full-time job. You can't. This is, this like I said, this is a train wreck. It's definitely going to be a train wreck. Like I said, you can name so many different athletes. Scottie Pippen, he had financial issues. What's the guy name? Played for the Boston. I mean, it's just so many people. Dennis Rodman had money issues. Ricky Williams, the running back, the guy used to play for the Miami Dolphins and later on the Ravens. It and it's not it's just something that happens to people because people they trust other people with their money and they don't know how to manage the money themselves. And so this may be ain't no guarantee that this won't be Travis Hunter's last his last contract. And like I said, it's $25 million. That's that's great. But he is going to really be surprised at how fast $25 million can leave. I mean, he is really going to be surprised, man. I remember watching a documentary about Antoine Walker used to play for the Boston Celtics. And how Antoine Walker, I think he made like over $100 million. I think it was in between 80 and $100 million. And then wound up going broke. He bought his mother a house and he couldn't maintain the house. He had real estate that went belly up, real estate deals that went belly up. Yeah, man, this really is going to be a train wreck. And you're watching, none of these people, I bet you none of these people in this room know how to manage that kind of money. None of these people know how to invest that kind of money. And the thing about money is people think that once you get money, you can just go ahead and open a business and you could just throw money at those at throw money into the business and the business will grow. Take it from me, that's not how money works. You have it's just a learning process, and you can't really it's really going to be hard for him to focus on that while he's trying to be the best football player that he can be. And so he going out and buying a $500,000 Mercedes truck is like I said, that's just really basically like a signing bonus for her. He gave her a $500,000 signing bonus. That's what this truck is, a $500,000 signing bonus. And yeah, this is gonna be a train wreck. Like I said, I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel sorry for him. He's gonna have to learn, just like a lot of other athletes had to learn that you gotta, you just gotta learn how to manage these situations and manage your money. And so that's my take on it. With that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Travis Hunter's his situation with marrying this young lady and going out and spending all this money, and just so many people that just went down this path and it didn't end right for him. And yeah, man. So like I said, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And with that being said, I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.